Before we go into the case, you need to understand who these people are. They are not a gang. They are not an official organization. They don't even fully agree on what they are. They are a small group of young, highly intelligent people, mostly from tech backgrounds, who met online. They shared ideas, they challenged each other thinking, they built a kind of identity around extreme beliefs about the world, the mind, and society. Some of them follow the central figure known online as Ziz. But here is the problem. There was no clear structure, no official leader, no rules, just ideas and influence. And over time, those ideas didn't stay online. It didn't start with violence, it started with conversations, small discussions, private messages, people finding each other through the same way of thinking. At first, nothing unusual, but then something changed because over time, people connected to that same circle start appearing in real world incidents. Serious one. And when investigators looked closer, they saw the same names again. Let's connect the dots. First, California. A group of people linked to the circle were living on a property. There was conflict with the landlord. Then suddenly, it turned violent. The landlord was attacked. A weapon was used. One person died. At that moment, it looked like a single, isolated incident, a dispute that escalated, nothing more. But then, years later, the same landlord was killed. Different moment, different situation, but connected to the same group of people. Now stop there, because this is where the case changes. One violent event can be random. Two connected events years back, linked to the same circle, that's not random anymore. Now we move to Pennsylvania. A couple is found dead inside their home. No clear public explanation, no immediate arrests. But when investigators dig deeper, a familiar name appears. Someone connected to the same network. Question, then release. Now we have California, violent attack, then later murder. Pennsylvania, double killing, linked name appeared. Different states, same circle, then things escalated even further. North Carolina, Washington State, people connected to this network began moving, appearing near each other, changing locations. This is not proof of a crime, but it shows something important. They are not just connected online anymore, they are physically moving within the same orbit. And then everything exploded in Vermont. Two individuals connected to this network are stopped by authorities. Something goes wrong. A shootout happens. A federal agent is killed. One of the individuals dies. The other survives and is charged. This is the moment the entire case opens because now this is no longer a hidden pattern. This is a national level investigation. After that, authorities start connecting everything. Different states, different cases, same names, same links. And then Maryland. Multiple individuals connected to this network are found living together. Not in houses, not in apartments, but in trucks, isolated off the grid. They are arrested, and at that point, investigators are no longer looking at separate cases. They are looking at a network. Now let's step back because this is where the real investigation begins. What do we actually know? We know these people meet online. We know they shared strong, unusual beliefs. We know they stayed connected over time. We know multiple violent incidents are linked to individuals within this circle. But here is what we don't know. Is this a real organized group or just people influencing each other? Is there a leader or just a central figure people follow? Were these actions planned or did individuals act on their own? And that's where the contradiction is. Because the connection is too strong to ignore, but the structure is too unclear to define. Now let's bring in what people are actually analyzing online. Not random comments, pattern people are trying to understand. On Reddit, users start mapping the names. They notice the same people appearing across different incidents, same connections, same relationships, same movement pattern. See, some users believe this is not a traditional group. They say this looks like influence, not control, meaning no one is giving orders, but ideas are spreading and shaping behavior. Others disagree. They point out something important. If the same names keep showing up, that's not just influence, that suggests coordination, even if it's hidden. Another pattern people noticed: timing. Some individuals were active online, then suddenly disappeared, then appeared connected to real world events. Now, is that proof? No. But it's a pattern people are trying to understand. And it leads to the biggest question of all. Is this decentralized or just well hidden? Now let's break down the main possibilities. The first possibility: this is a loose ideology group, people sharing extreme ideas and acting independently. That explains the lack of structure, but it doesn't fully explain the repeated connections. The second possibility: there is a hidden network, no visible leader, but small groups, private communication, people influencing each other directly. That explains the pattern, but there is no confirmed proof of organized planning. The third possibility: this is something still growing, more people joining, more influence spreading. This comes from public analysis, not confirmed, but it matches the fear people are expressing. Now, here is the most important part. This is not just about what happened, it's about what doesn't make sense. If this is random, why do the same connections keep appearing? If this influence, why does it look like so consistent? If this is organized, why is there no visible structure? That's the mystery. So, what's the most logical explanation? Right now, this looks like an ideology driven network, not fully organized, not fully random, but something in between. And that's what makes it dangerous, because something without structure can grow without being noticed. And that leads to the final question: is this already over, or is still happening? Because if it's still happening, then what we've seen so far might only be the beginning. So now I want to ask you, what do you think this really is? A loose group, a hidden network, or something we still don't fully understand? And the most important question: are we seeing the full picture or just the surface? Tell me your theory. Thank you.